Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. We get a number of people that come in here who have issues with their shoulder, and what they're experiencing is a pinching, achy, kind of like a deep ache in their shoulder. And what we're finding with these folks, what's causing this are issues with the lat, the latissimus dorsi muscle, and the teres major. So when we go in there with these folks, we're finding all kinds of trigger points and in general, just nastiness in these muscles. I brought out good old Netter here. This is Netter. This is the Atlas of Human Anatomy by Frank Netter, MD. And if you can see here, check this out. So right here, this is the latissimus dorsi muscle. You see that? It's a big wing muscle on your back. And then you have also, this is the teres right here, this little strap muscle right here. This is the teres major right here. And they have the same kind of function. They perform basically taking your arm that's up like this, and they're bringing your arm downward and inward like this. And also internally rotates the shoulder as well. So kind of like if you're at the gym and you're doing pull-ups, for instance, or you're doing lat pull downs, those are the primary muscles that do that. Well, what we're finding with these folks is over time they've developed trigger points in here, and they're getting this deep, achy, kind of pinchy feel in their shoulder. And sometimes they can't even sleep at night because of that deep ache in there. So how do you fix the trigger points that have developed in through there? Well, what you do, you probably see in the back here, you get your good old handy dandy foam roller. So you take this sucker just like this. I'm gonna lie down here just like this. Turn this guy right here. Good. So I'm gonna, see this, my lat, I'm gonna go right here on my, kind of like on my side. And remember in that picture in Netter, you're right on that lat. And I usually tell folks to start from distal to proximal. So I kind of start like at the bottom of the lat and then work my way up toward my armpit. See that? So I'm kind of lying on my side. If you can kind of, let me just do this here so you can kind of see. This is the back. So I'm like on my side, and what I'm doing is I'm searching for those tender spots, like right there. That's a good tender spot for me. And you can see I'm not right in my armpit yet. I'm already feeling a good tender spot right there in my lat before I even, and I can feel it refer pain into my shoulder, kind of like this deltoid, a little bit in the front, but mostly kind of in the back a little bit. Right there, ooh, man, I can feel that right in there. So this is a great tool to use. And what's nice with the foam roll, you can kind of find that spot and then just oscillate back and forth on that spot. Or you could just put pressure directly and just kind of hang out on that spot. And then once that sensitivity dissipates a little bit, once that referred pain kind of goes away a little bit, hunt around for another spot. But right there, oh yeah, I found another spot right there. And you'll find just sometimes a hotbed in a particular area in your lat and teres major area where you could just hang out in and oscillate back and forth. Start out with about 3 to 5 minutes in through here, working these guys. 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, right there. Ooh, that's a good one. So I can go back and forth like this, kind of oscillate back and forth, up and down, if you will. Or I can rotate on it. You see that? So I can kind of cross friction, use the foam roll as a cross friction tool and rotate on that guy too. See that? Boom. Man, that feels really good. It kind of hurts, but kind of like it hurts so good. So right in through here, that lat. Oh, it's an often neglected muscle group complex, the lat and the teres major, to work on. You know, we can stretch, you can hang stretch in through there, but not a lot of people do a lot of foam roll on that lat and teres major complex. And it causes a lot of problems in the shoulder. It causes that pinchy, that achy, deep feel that you feel in through there. Sometimes pain at night that won't go away. And they look toward the rotator cuff. Now the rotator cuff muscles, you know, a lot of those in the back, like the infraspinatus, the teres minor, supraspinatus, and the subscapularis, all those guys, those four rotator cuff muscles, they get a lot of junk in there too, and they cause a lot of trigger points and pain in the shoulder. But this is an often neglected cause for shoulder pain, is the lat. Because, you know, it's a big muscle. It's a big muscle. It's very, very powerful. It allows us to do all kinds of pull-ups, and it stabilizes the shoulder in through there. So it's often neglected as far as doing therapy like this. You can even use a lacrosse ball as well if you want to, but I find starting out with a foam roller, because this could be pretty sensitive in through here. So I find starting out with a foam roller first and finding those spots is a great start at first, and then move on to something more aggressive like a hard ball, like a lacrosse ball. So right now you can see I'm just kind of oscillating back and forth on this, and I'm kind of doing a little bit of cross friction like that. Man, I can really feel that referred pain into the shoulder, a little bit in the front, but mostly kind of in the back of the shoulder. Kind of that, it reproduces kind of that deep ache that sometimes people will feel at night. And if you're feeling that when you're doing this, then you're on the right spot. You're on the right area and getting that shoulder better. So again, 3 to 5 minutes. You can do this as frequently as daily. Again, do it to your tolerance is what we usually recommend, doing it towards your tolerance. So if you're finding you're too sore after the first day and it's too sensitive in the next day, you may have to skip a day or so, right in through there. But anyway, if you're experiencing any tightness in the shoulder, some pinching sensation, deep ache at night that just kind of won't go away, look to the lat and teres major. That you may be finding, so that's what we're finding with a lot of these folks that are coming here with those complaints. Look in there, use the good old foam roller to clean that up, and man, that feels already much more freer in and through there. So, if you have any questions with this video, drop it off in the comment section below. We thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you're new here, hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification button, because that'll keep you in the loop with subsequent videos coming here in the near future. And that way you can continue to move well and live well. Also, I know you know folks who are experiencing shoulder pain, pinching, restriction in through there, and they haven't checked that lat and that teres major in through there. Share this with them. Sharing is caring, so that way they can have healthy shoulders also. And give us a thumbs up, give us a like. It lets us know you care. Anyway, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.